How's it going? I'm Josh. This is Maurice, and welcome to Fin Spex.
What's up?
So in this episode, I rode the F8 Vapor Core, which is the large neutral template from Futures, and it's their Vapor Core construction, which is all carbon, really stiff. And then the other fin was the Sharpeye. The construction is really different.
You know, this isn't so much about matching, the constructions as much as all things equal, the templates will ride differently from each other.
Yeah.
Whether it's the same construction or a different construction.
Yeah.
So, but we just thought we would get the Vapor Core in the mix and super light, but rigid.
Yeah, definitely. So the fins I've normally been riding, as always, it's the AM2 Tech Flex. My go-to fin, it's super reliable for me. It goes pretty much good in all the boards that I have, and I feel like that it plays into the kind of boards that I buy, kind of more rocker. And then I've been playing around with the Wade Goodall from Captain Fin, which is a little bit stiffer, all fiberglass. That kind of balances out because it's a little bit smaller than the AM2, but it's a little bit stiffer. And that's felt good in certain boards. And then the board I rode for this is the Panda 5.8 Synthetic Sally, and it's kind of a good beach break board. I'm 5'10", I'm 170 pounds, and the board dims on that one are 5'8", 19 and 3/8, and 2 and 5/16, but it has a flat deck, so it's kind of like the rail feels like a 2 and 3/8 rail, but it's a little bit thinner. It's about 28 liters, right around there. And these fins the template is pretty similar, but they rode definitely very differently.
Yeah.
You can see the F8 has a little more rake.
And a fatter tip.
And it's got that section right there.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Like right here.
So yeah, I feel like when you have a fatter tip, what happens is it kind of holds your line longer all the way through the turn.
Yeah.
It can be a little slower to get on and off the rail, but the fatter tip holds the line for sure.
If you look on the leading edge.
Yeah.
Right there, it's got that a lot more. I just slid them, but.
So the Sharpeye has a longer base.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the rule of thumb is that when you have a longer base, you can get away with a little bit more of an upright template, and then as soon as they start raking back, you got to shorten the base so you get the rotation for the turn.
It's a big balancing act.
Yeah.
All right, so first we're going to be going over the Vapor Core footage. I was surfing a wave that is definitely not one of my favorite waves to surf around here.
It's a misleading wave too. It looks like it's going to be super good, and then you get down to the bottom and you bottom turn, and then the thing just burgers out.
Yeah,
but you got it really good.
Yeah, it was really fun this day, and this doesn't ever happen. So I was pretty stoked.
You scored.
Yeah.
All right, let's check it out.
All right,
there we go.
See, this day was really steep over there.
Yeah, that looks like such a good wave. Whoa, dude.
That was pretty scary.
That's pretty gnarly. Thank God you didn't do the full back foot off.
Yeah, I could have gotten pretty torn up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Vapor
Cores. Good carve.
Yeah, they were stiff. I could push on them, and that wave kind of fell flat, but that's what I liked about it is that they felt stiff and I could lean pretty hard on rail.
Yeah, it looks like you're driving good right there too.
Yeah.
It's converting,
Yeah, it was definitely going down the line pretty well and carrying speed. Trying to get barreled.
Yeah, that was a good read. Because that's kind of all the wave had almost.
Yeah,
it's either that or
that one.
Go around and try to fit one thing in.
Yeah. But yeah, they were carrying speed well, getting up in the lip.
Yeah.
Almost had that air.
That was close.
Real close.
Full A for effort.
A lot of floaters.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like it's got such good projection down the line, but trying to fit that tight turn real quick, it looked like a little sticky. Or it just wouldn't draw the line. That would have been ideal for that.
Definitely, yeah. These fins felt good. They didn't feel totally ideal for the conditions this morning.
Right.
Yeah, considering if the waves haven't been great here for a little while now.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a lot of errors, huh?
Yeah, it was kind of like steep, rampy lefts into like kind of big end sections, which I tweaked my knee about a month ago surfing in Mexico.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I've just been trying to not jam
like
the end
push
sections too hard.
Too gnarly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, those fins they didn't feel bad.
No, they look good. They look like you're getting like good projection down the line. Like your effort and your pumps are converting into like, you know, kind of keeping the momentum going. Mm-hmm. That definitely was evident. Definitely. It'll be interesting to see now the difference in the Sharpeyes.
Mm-hmm. The Sharpeyes definitely felt different.
At this point, we've kind of like almost exhausted with the Sharpeye almost being kind of on the last, I think, on that spectrum of just those more upright, where they have like longer bases, but they're a more upright template. Yeah. So you get drive, but you also get like a lot of maneuverability and tighter turns. Totally. Now we're starting to work our way into the middle, you know, and then we'll kind of find ourselves going towards the stiffer.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's check out the Sharpeye and see the difference.
Yeah. And this was a little bit later in the morning. I tried to find a right, but the lefts were kind of the move.
Yeah. You almost got a complete on that one.
almost completed the chop hop. The first couple waves were kind of slow and not so good, but you can even on a little wave they're kind of carrying speed.
Yeah, they look a little like more snappy, like that little end section just went right in and snapped, and then nice.
Almost a cover.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could see like in the pocket they were just jamming.
Yeah. That template is very close to a Mayhem. I feel
they felt extremely similar.
Yeah, I think it just has like a smidge more rake, just a hair.
Yeah, and it definitely felt, they felt very, very close.
That was a good wave. Like that thing was steep.
Whoa.
That was sick.
I didn't think I got that barreled on that one.
Yeah,
that was
good.
That was all right. Yeah, it was funny. Like the waves got super hollow and steep when I took these fins out. It was pretty fun.
Yeah. Another air.
There we go.
Yeah, that was good.
Actually landed.
Kind of waft the tail out a little.
That was fun. Yeah, I always come out super front foot.
That's sick. It still got good speed.
They do. They carried speed really well.
Yeah.
They kind of, they felt a lot like when I rode the Mayhems, but I think this was more. They had a little bit more rake, which definitely
just like a touch more projection.
Tiny bit, a little more projection, and definitely kind of sweet for this day. Just kind of like beach break.
Yeah. I had a quad and I was riding Mayhems and I switched to the Sharpeyes and it was just a little bit more hold that I was looking for.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got good waves.
Yeah, it was fun.
For that spot, that seemed, I would call it a rarity.
Definitely a rarity, yeah. As far as material, the Vapor Core, it was really cool. Like putting it in my board, it felt so light. I was like flipping the board over, I'm like, it feels like I don't have fins in here.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
And that's really cool.
Yeah.
And the stiffness is great, like in like really solid waves. Like I feel like I could rely on that just like I rely on like fiberglass fins. Because the fin is so stiff, it definitely takes, like if I were to ride these in like a honeycomb,
the
turns would be way tighter. Whereas because it's so stiff, I can't quite push on them hard enough
right
to get them to turn quite as tight.
So in this case, it would have been interesting to have the honeycomb version of this fin.
Yeah.
Maybe you would get a little bit more flex out of it.
And then the honeycomb,
it's inside and it takes up the space that would be filled with fiberglass. So you end up with some fiberglass, but not the entirety of it. So you're able to kind of lighten the fin a little bit, and then you're able to get additional flex out of it that you wouldn't normally get if it was all fiberglass.
Yeah. So they definitely felt like real loose and responsive. But for that kind of a day that I surfed with those fins, it was perfect. As far as waves that suit these fins, the Sharpeye definitely felt kind of right on the money for the wave that I was surfing.
So like a beach break.
Yeah. Like kind of tight pockets and like not a lot of time to like draw out turns.
Yeah, it's like you kind of just had a smaller space to fit everything in.
Exactly.
And that seemed like the Sharpeye was a little bit more reactionary, which is good. And then the 8 would be for more of like open face, reef break, drawn out carves,
absolutely,
bigger waves.
Yeah, like if I was going on a trip somewhere, I would 100% throw those in my bag. It makes sense why John likes them.
Yeah, controlling speed.
Yeah.
I think I heard that Futures was saying that maybe like all of the John fins in the future are going to be, he wants the vapor core construction.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I know they're doing the inside foil thing for him too. I know they're working on that.
Interesting, yeah.
And then as far as rocker, it's a neutral template kind of goes, like, and these are both pretty neutral.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I could put the F8 in just about anything. And
right.
It would be solid. Like, it felt like a good all-around template. And then the Sharpeye, I would say more the medium to low rocker.
Right.
Type boards, like definitely beach break type boards.
Yeah, where you can get some rotation out of it.
Yeah, like the Panda that I rode has kind of like low,
medium.
And then a lot out the tail.
Oh yeah,
like
sick.
Nuts kick out of the tail.
Yeah.
They both felt good. Definitely, they both have their applications.
Yeah.
And
so loosest to stiffest, we're starting to build the spectrum, and we started off with the HS and the pivot.
Yep.
And the HS was looser than the pivot. And then we went the Timmy and the Pizel. And the Timmy was looser than the Pizel, right?
Yeah, massively.
Then you went Mayhem and John. And then we have the Sharpeye and we have the F8. And that's kind of the spectrum. So we're starting to work our way into the middle ground. It'll be interesting to see what happens next.
Let us know which fins you want to see next.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know out of the Tokoro, the Connor, the Jordy, the AM2, the EA, out of those 5, which 2 do you want to see get compared directly?
Yeah.
So out of all the fins that you've ridden so far, which one opened your eyes more so than any other as far as having application to your surfing, or you feeling or liking something about your surfing with that fin?
I would say probably the Sharpeyes.
Sharpeyes?
These surprised me the most because the first wave I caught a little right, and it felt just like the Mayhem, where it wanted to do like windshield wiper turns, and I'm like, oh, I don't know about these. Like, my confidence fell pretty quickly on them. But then I caught a couple waves on them, and I was able to like jam it in the lip and landed like a little air. And then even like I got that little hollow wave and was able to like airdrop and bottom turn and like check up into the tube and come out. And I was like, okay,
sick.
Like, this makes sense. Like, versus we tested the Mayhems at a point break,
right?
And that was not the fin for there. But this is a great example of like, you change the wave you're surfing, it might be a good idea to
determine your fin.
The fins,
yeah. That's the thing. I think, through this, I mean, what we're trying to do is raise that awareness of, you can ride one fin and everything, but to get the most out of your surfboard, you should consider finding something that's more conducive to that particular wave or situation that you're in, and you'll get more out of your surfing and your board.
There's definitely some sets of fins I need to buy after doing this.
Yeah, same with doing it with Brandon.
Brandon
doing the FCS too. It's like he was just stuck on the Carver, and now he's kind of like going, oh man, like there's some options out there that actually could be a little bit better. That's a benefit to switching your fins. And on that note, we've got options.
We do. We have our $5 fin demo program. You pay a one-time fee of $5, and you get to try 5 different sets of fins over 5 weeks. And then we also have our 30-day buy, try, and decide program online. You buy a set of fins. If you don't like them, you can
return
them
and
back.
Get your money back and try another set. And then if you can, just come in, because I don't know, we got like 700-800 boards right now. We're pretty
definitely full. It looks like a lot of boards came in yesterday.
Yep, we got some Rusties, and we got a couple cool Merricks. When that Bobby Quad came in, the Spine Tech, that thing's sick.
I'm a big fan of those.
So cruise in and check out the boards, and
thanks for watching another episode. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
The tide to run, it's how it goes. No